2024 was interesting. I made a deal with myself that this would be the year I dedicate to music. Now, I didn't know where that was going to take me, but I just wanted to see. I wanted to see what focusing on one thing and one thing only for an entire year, see what that looked like. So, let's see how it went. January. Starting off the year, I was a salesman at Nissan. Gotta pay the bills somehow. This place was an absolute shark tank. Going to work every day felt like preparing to go to war, okay? 15 salesmen huddled at the front door just waiting for fresh meat or customers. Managers were like drill sergeants and created a very hostile environment, stressful, especially for 12 hours a day, which doesn't really give you any time to work on anything, right? So I rolled with the punches. I persisted for as long as I could, and I did find the time to drop a song called Come Closer. February. This month, I released another song called Face to Face, and I also planned a visualizer for Come Closer. I think that the day we shot that video had to be the coldest day of the year. Plus, we were on the water, so the wind was, forget about it. So, remind me to not do that again. But the result was cool. Not exactly my vision, but you live and you learn. At the same time, one of my best friends, Derek, had crossed paths with the owner of this bar, a struggling bar. He was willing to take a shot on us and let us perform. Shortly after I met with him, we ironed out some details, secured a date. Although this bar was small, we felt like we had just secured Madison Square Garden or something, you know? And one thing I want to say is that this would be my first performance ever. And one goal I had for myself in the beginning of the year was that I had to perform. It was like a great wall that I had been avoiding and I knew I had to overcome. And here I was staring it face to face. So yeah, the date was secured, we made flyers, we promoted, hired security, and finally the day had come. The big day, March 16th. My first performance, and I was surprisingly calm, comfortable. Probably because I had been performing in my room alone since I was very young. But tonight was the real deal. And I don't think that bar had ever seen that many people. And something had to be in the air that night because the crowd was just so supportive, so interactive. People who had never heard of us dancing with us. And it was really a good experience. And for our first performance, we absolutely killed it. After all expenses were paid, we left with some cash. So just a successful night, man. Overall, this night right here, March 16th, is a major highlight this year. Moving on, we go to April. And look, I don't know if I was feeling like the man after my performance. I quit my job. I ended up quitting my sales job in April. Look, truthfully, the car business is just not designed for someone to pursue anything besides selling cars. You know, you're looked down upon for having hobbies or dreams or anything like that. It was very cutthroat, competitive, bad, you know, and you could only work so many 12-hour shifts before getting burnt out. So I left. And the entire month was just spent stressing trying to find a new job. In the meantime, I did drop a song called Speedin', which is fire. But yeah, April, stress. That brings us into May, which was a real transitionary period because I had started a new job selling mattresses, which was just day and night difference from my last job. Far less toxic, but the hours were still trash. Through this time, I was trying to capitalize off the momentum we had from the first performance by planning our second performance. May 4th, the infamous second performance. Yeah, that didn't go as planned. Considering it was like Cinco de Mayo weekend or something like that, people were preoccupied with other events. And honestly, I don't even have much footage from this night because it was just that unmemorable. Me and Derek were not happy with the turnout of this event. And to be honest, it was depressing. You know, I had to take a step back and reassess. Any momentum that we had created was brought to a screeching halt. Okay. And at this point, I just decided, like, let me focus on my new job. Let me learn the ropes, whatever. And of course, still make music on the free time. Just stay off social media for some time. Like, really just figure out what's going on. And just a side note, staying with the theme of 2024 being dedicated to music, I would like to mention that any free time I had this entire year was spent in the studio or the garage, whatever you want to call it. Just working on my craft, getting better, trying to achieve this professional sound, which is just a process of trial and error. And although this year I dropped probably 10 songs, I probably made closer to 100. So I just wanted to say that as I'm skipping through these months, any free time I have, I'm in the studio. June. June was quiet, bro. The failed performance really put a damper on things. I did release a self produced song called Love to Hate, which is a hidden gem. But yeah, man, June was just working, man. July. Now, July, I'm getting back in the groove of things. I'm feeling like myself. The weather's nice. Still working every day, but finding a routine which freed up some time to plan my next move. This month, I also dropped the Low Storm Q&A, which was very fun to make. August. Agosto. August was my favorite month of the entire year. I turned 23 and celebrated by working a 9 to 9 shift. But it's okay. Not tripping because I had something up my sleeve. After many weeks of intricate planning, I was putting together my second music video, Shawty Whoa. Now, the story about how this video came together deserves a video on its own, but I'll say this: climax, like best moment of the year, my proudest moment. Finally being able to combine my vision with my sound for the world to see. The song, undeniable. My family loved it. My friends loved it. Most importantly, I loved it. I wouldn't change a thing about it. This is my favorite moment of the year, not even close. Before I forget, before the month was over, I snuck in a third performance of the year at Sesh House in Kearney. Great experience, no complaints there, did my thing. Just continuing to grow the stage presence, being able to talk to the audience and not just go up there, sing my songs and leave, but building the confidence. So that was a good experience as well. September was quiet, pretty much coming down off the high of Shawty Whoa, my third performance, end of summer. I made an appearance in Derek's music video, came out dope. October, I dropped 2 more songs, She Made Me, One You Want, both hits. Began to plan another music video before the year ends. November, Derek and I shoot and release after party music video in Brooklyn. S550, Under the Lights, In the Rain. Look, After Party was a major success. Another major highlight, mine and Derek's first music video together. So that was cool. And that pretty much caps off the year because December was rough. Just working a lot. So yeah, that's it. So yeah, guys, 2024 was the year that I dedicated to music. And although I don't have much to show for, my life isn't much different. It was a year full of lessons, overcoming fear. We can't control the hand we're dealt, but we can make the best of it. Miserable jobs, heartbreak, family issues, loneliness, depression, these are things that are just a part of life. To live is to suffer. To survive is to find meaning in the suffering. Don't wait for the circumstances to be perfect before you chase your dreams because they never will be. And if it doesn't go as planned, at least you can say you tried. Looking back at this year, there's really nothing I would change. Yes, there is. But nah, I'm grateful nonetheless, grateful to God. And 2025 is a new year. And I just want to say that this year, I'm going to be dedicating to something different, something else. So for you to find out exactly what that was, you're going to have to tune in next year. Wish me luck. Stay blessed, and I'll catch y'all.